volunteering out at a rooster rescue out in Fall City, and there was this little tiny rooster named Hutchie that used to attack me every time I went in his pen.
He's loyal as a dog, 'cause he's doing what he wants. What he wants is what he's got. It's the seat right next to you.
He really had a lot of pizzazz, and just something about him really struck me. You know, we have a little bit of a country flavor. I said, well, you know, what if we named it after one of the roosters?
We actually just played the Rooster Rescue, and when we were trying to come up with band names, she said that, and we were all kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice actually, like putting a name to a face, I guess you could say. Of course, we couldn't touch Hutchie, but it was really nice to be able to meet the genesis of our name there with meeting the rooster.
And then we looked it up, and it means to leave suddenly and never return, which is something that we've all kind of wanted to do at some point in our lives. I think we're all at least one part escapists.
Tonight on Band in Seattle, combining pop-punk guitars, earnest songwriting, and 90s country vibes, Hutchie is a three-piece making something truly unique. Welcome to Band in Seattle.
My name is Doug Finley. I play drums in Hutchie.
Hi, my name is Michelle Pinnell, and I play bass and do lead vocals in the band called Hutchie.
My name is Kyle Latham, and I play guitar and do backup vocals in the band Hutchie.
You're afraid of what you think of me. I'm afraid you don't even know what that means, but at least we're both afraid instead of in the ground. And I pretend to know how to get by with broken bottles and bloodshot eyes, but you go across the room where they make a sound. What you don't know doesn't hurt you, 'cause you don't know who I am. Let this be the lesson you will misunderstand. Hold your hand up for an answer that will leave you standing there, just to show that you've got solid proof. Nobody cares.
Hutchie happened during the pandemic. Michelle sent me a message saying, "You are a lifer."
So we all knew each other through the music community and through the scene. We all sort of were fans of each other. We watched each other grow as musicians, and we got to see each other around a lot. Kyle especially is somebody that I've always considered like an equal to me in music. Like, we've both been working really hard for a long time and really trying, and I guess I just saw the likeness, and so I hit him up and I said, hey, you're a lifer, I'm a lifer, let's do this.
I knew Michelle. We weren't close friends or anything, but we kind of ran parallel in the scene where our bands would sometimes come play together, but we were kind of different genres and stuff. But when she hit me up, I was like, piqued my interest. I knew Michelle was a super driven, amazing singer, and I was like, yeah, let's do this.
Let's make music. And he was already jamming with Doug, who we didn't even know played drums, but drums is actually his primary instrument. We knew him as a guitar player in a punk band, so we were like, oh, Doug can play drums? Well, let's try it out and see. And he's a phenomenal drummer.
Hey, we have some songs. Do you want to play drums? Kyle knew that I played drums because we'd kind of been jamming before, and so I was really like, yeah, absolutely, you know, I mean, I'm a drummer first and a songwriter second.
Too much time with the name in your mouth, now you're thinking of 100 places where you're thinking that there might be faces on your down. They told me not to bother with you. I told them not to give up what I do, cause they don't even know you to sound like. Don't even know you to sound like. Sometimes you gotta walk away.
Axe is probably almost our most well-received song in a lot of situations because it's really catchy, it's fairly short, it has a nice break in the middle of it. And so whenever we play Axe, I really do feel like, you know, like this is where it's gonna kind of pump things up.
I'm not sure why we named it Axe, but it's that's about a friend that, you know, was extremely misunderstood, and he was based out of Portland, but he was looking for a lot of solace in other people and other places and trying to figure out where to go because he felt just extremely alienated there. And so I wrote that song for him and actually sent him that song, and he loves it and brought him to tears and all that stuff.
Yeah, they want to. Yeah, they want to. Yeah, they want to. Sometimes you gotta walk away. Ow, ow, ow. Sometimes you gotta leave a secret you. Nobody gonna do it like you do. Ow, ow, ow. Nobody gonna do it like you do.
After the break, discover more about Hutchie.
Wrapped up in a daze, I said, hey, let's get sideways. Said you look so nice for a man caught between two lives. Ha! But I am not the queen of first impressions. I guess I kinda threw it overboard. And I'm not done at learning all my lessons. So please won't you still walk into my door? Cause if I'm so lonely and you're so lonely, who gives a damn about it? One and only, no one said it had to be real love. Tell me no one's looking at us.
Queen of first impressions, yeah, that's me. You know, I'm a little rowdy, I'm a little reckless, and there are lots of mornings where I wake up and I go, wow, that was ridiculous. I was a ridiculous human being last night. Queen of First Impressions is one of those songs where I met somebody, we had a night out on the town, and it was super fun and reckless, but when I woke up in the morning, I went, wow, I bet that person never wants to talk to me ever again. We're actually close friends now.
Last summer, she went on a kind of a solo trip by herself with a dog. Just lived out of a van for like a week. I forget how long she was gone, and then she came back with that song, pretty much fully formed. And Doug and I kind of, you know, put our spice into the song. And it's kind of one of my favorites, actually.
I like that one a lot because I love playing on the rim, and I actually took that intro part from a Lucero song called Little Silver Heart, which starts out very similarly. And so whenever we do play that song, I really enjoy it.
You and me, we got one good thing in common. Ooh, no one's gonna tell us what to do. Ooh, and I am not the queen of first impressions. So dance with me on
country flavor. When I was a little kid, I think I was in about 4th grade, like it was a charter school, so there were like older, like 8th and 9th graders at my elementary school. And these kids came up to me and they said, "Hey, what are you listening to on my little Walkman?" And I said, "Oh, I'm listening to Garth Brooks." And they said, "Garth Brooks sucks, let me see that." And they grabbed it and they tore all the tape out of the cassette tape and they threw it on the ground and they stomped it to pieces in front of me while I sat there and cried as a 4th grade girl. My musical taste after that just goes blank for a little while. I have no idea what I listened to in that time before I discovered punk rock. And as an adult, I've been going back and revisiting country records and being like, oh, this is really awesome. Like, I've been on a big Diamond Rio kick lately and stuff like that, right? I think now I'm sort of rediscovering what type of person I would have been if that didn't happen to me. And so I think it's some sort of, I don't know, internal renaissance of like figuring out, okay, if this girl just continued being this country girl, like where would she have been? What would she have said? What would she have written songs about?
This mess of a girl. Ooh, don't let. He's got his gold record side to the line. She's hit by the dog for the rest of the night. Ooh.
Do Donut is about Michelle dating her mailman.
He was also a honky-tonk DJ, and I wrote a song about him. I wanted to write a song in appreciation of people that still spin vinyl. I had made mixtapes when I was a kid, and I feel like there's something extremely special about sharing which songs you want to share with somebody. I think it's deeply personal. And I went out to see him spin records, and he saw the truck on my arm and just started playing all truck driving country songs.
He's gonna play his records tonight, oh. He's gonna play, alright. He's gonna play his records tonight, oh. He's gonna play, yeah, he's gonna play.
When we return, find out more about Hutchie.
Don't wanna get hooked, but I do sometimes. When I tie my damn heart to the fishing line, maybe I'll ramble on how to meet someone new. But all of these circular thoughts lead all back to you. Only heaven knows you're such a charmer. You could tear off my clothes if you lift up your armor. All day and all night, getting lost in this feeling. Got me hooked in the There's a 5 o'clock shadow where she used to kiss. Somewhere underneath that new beard you've been growing in. Lately I'm thinking about you more than one girl should. I ain't gonna say that it's luckless, I knock on wood.
Hooked is a newer one, and I think the dynamics of that song are unmatched. Like, you know, we go from really quiet to really loud. We have a lot of cuts and breaks in that song, but it all just works so well. And that is our newest one. And I think Hooked is definitely one that's probably gonna really be popular whenever we record that and put it out.
So she sent me the voice memo of her playing acoustic guitar and singing that, and I was like, this is great, we gotta do that. And then Doug and I add our flavor to that. And so like I put a lot of tremolo on it, you know, and like we slowed it down, and Doug uses brushes. And so it's still that song that she sent us, but it's something even more, you know.
Out here living last night on the interstate. Wrapped in my sheets, now you're wrapped in my mind. Buried through the scenes about 100 times. Only heaven knows that you're such a charmer. You could tear off my clothes if you lift up your armor all day and all night. Getting lost in this feeling, got me hooked and
It usually comes with like a little idea that I write down really fast. Ani DeFranco refers to them as urgent napkin poems. But that's sort of like what it is. It's like when it happens, you're just kind of like, oh, that's a really, like, that line is really important. It needs to be somewhere. I pull from all over the place. I pull from a lot of personal experience, but I've also found ways of taking a song for a friend. Like, I've written songs for friends. One of my good friends was going through this long distance breakup that was really painful for her. And so I put myself in her shoes and I wrote a song for her. She had told me later on, like, this song taught me things about myself that I didn't know, because you were seeing it from this place of compassion for me, whereas I was seeing it from this place of like self-judgment. It's really neat to like not only derive your songs from personal experience, but also to be able to help somebody else understand their experience, or to try to understand.
She was good and she was wise as any person that you know. Lost control of your own wheel and buckled in for the ride. The summer that your dog died. They don't even know a thing about her. That's what the problem is. 'Cause everyone goes home sooner or later. I'll see it too early on. But she never left your side. She made you feel at home. She was good and she was wise as any person that you know. Called your friends up for a fix and buckled in for the ride. The summer that your dog died. You couldn't wait to.
The more realistic, more manageable goal that I have is to play the festival circuit pretty hard next summer. I really just love, love, love festivals, so I really hope that we get to play some stuff like Tree Fort and stuff like that. On the larger, more unrealistic scale, I just want to write the best song. Whatever that means to anybody.
The way these songs form and the way that we all work together seems to be working really well, and so I think just having an open mind about what we're playing and what we're writing is also really helpful too. Like with my other band, it's basically like I write the song, bring it to the band, and that's it. We do a little bit of tweaking to it, but for the most part, that's it. But with Hutchie, we really do kind of like let these songs breathe and pull out the best parts of them.
Like I said, when she hit me up, she used the word lifer, and I truly believe that's what the three of us are. Three individuals who, in our childhood, found creativity as our escape, and then music became that, you know? And to find two other like-minded folks that it just works so easily with, I consider myself super fortunate and really lucky.
Start feeling alright. When she looked into your eyes and made you feel at home, she was good and she was right as any person that you know. Lost control of your own wheel and buckled in for the ride. The summer that your dog died, that was the summer that your dog died. That was the summer your dog died.
Thanks for watching. To uncover more about our bands, go to bandinseattle.com.